Back at it again. S10 build, cleaned up the firewall. Took everything off we don't need. Gonna do a little patchwork there. Try cleaning up a little bit because got a new engine. LM7 LS based out of a pickup truck, 5.3. We're gonna try to get a test fit today. Found these mounts on Amazon. They're just little plates. They're supposed to bolt right onto small block mounts, which the 4.3 kind of similar. So everything works out pretty good. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, got some adjustability on it. These are just temporary, just to get it fit in there, but it'd be pretty cool just to see it in the truck. Throwing a time lapse. My buddy Josh just took out the dash. I don't know, cleaned up. Lots of like a Motel 6 here for field mouse. So good thing we took it out. There's the 043. No idea what I'm going to do with it, but LS seems to be the way it is going to go. So hopefully here shortly, throw a little time lapse of us putting it in, fitting it. The only thing is I'm just worried about the oil pan clearing, but we'll see. Well, it's in. Kinda. Mounts don't line up. Just the oil pan is hitting. I'll have to get a swap pan. But I had to switch these adapters around. So that's originally that's the driver's side. So I switched over this. It's gonna let me allow for more adjustment when I do get the oil pan, so maybe I can move it even up a little bit, further back a little bit. I'm hoping to just move it up a hair so it's not so close to the firewall. Probably get that ordered here this week, so then maybe next weekend I can get that in there. Gotta look for a transmission. Gonna go manual transmission, so gotta see what options are out there. I know T56. Got a couple ideas for another transmission. I don't know. I don't know yet, but got to work on finding one of those. A couple more things. Firewall. Like I said before, I'm gonna patch all these holes that I don't need, weld them up. Same thing with the wiper motor. I actually have an idea. I had it set in here before, but I decided to clean this out. I'm actually gonna put the motor in here, and I'm going to reverse it, and then make a little bracket that connects to the wiper arm over here. The connection goes under here. So I want to see if I can make that work, because this will be all hidden under the cowl, and then that means I can shave this hole. I always hated that on the S10s. Nice beautiful firewall, and then you have this big old wiper motor here, and I hate that. So this hole was the hole for the heater, the climate control, all that stuff, wiring harness. I'm not going to be using any of that, so that's going to be all welded up. Maybe even smooth this out a little bit. I hate how there's so many different indentations and stuff like that. really hate how GM does this. It is the gas pedal, throttle pedal, and I hate that the screws are like that, so I'm going to try to figure out something. I want to get rid of them too. Most of these holes I do need. If I don't need them, I'm going to weld them up. A little one here, a couple little ones up there. It's the bulk of it on the firewall. I want to keep it as clean as possible, smooth as possible. I do have a bead roller. Might play around with some little designs on this side to cap it off. I need to get the transmission though too soon, just to see if I got to open this up a little bit. If I have to do anything with the tunnel at all for whatever transmission I decide to get, you know, down the road. But I could start playing with that, and this at least make some patches and weld them up. Gonna repaint this. I don't like the black. I'm gonna clean it up. Probably new valve covers, new accessory brackets, new intake manifold. Obviously new headers. I have all the original harness, ECU, all that stuff. But got to get some swap headers and stuff like, and you know, other things to really make it work, and so I don't have to fight as much as possible on this. I want this to be as much bolted as possible in case I got to pull it out. I don't have to dick around with taking 18 things off to pull it, and with the steering shaft coming down off the firewall, you know, the right set of headers will make that a little bit easier to work around. So like I said, my buddy came down, he helped me out, and the dash is out. I'm going to change up the inside again, just like I'm changing out the engine, everything. I really have a hard time with the decision making, and I cannot settle on one thing. As much as I love the bench seat and all that, you know, the blue and all that, for this truck, it's not the direction I'm going. I do have a set of bucket seats that came out of an Integra GSR, so they're black leather. I'm going to get them here one day, but I'm going to test them out, see how they sit in here. They should look good. That means I'll have to do a console or something. Whatever I do, I am converting over to floor transmission, like a floor shifter. So I'll have to figure that out too with the new transmission, so I can make a hole in there. Gonna end up getting a new carpet because this is grody. It does have a weird smell in here, and now we know why. Like I said, none of that heater box, AC, all that shit, none of that's going back in. I might do a small setup. I'm not 100% sure, or at least do a setup for just the frost, because I do plan on driving this a lot, and the mornings that are a little bit cooler and I got some frost on the windows, I still want to roll, you know, see if I could get that, and especially with the rain, because I'm keeping the wipers, and when it rains, you know, it does get a little foggy inside, so might do something like that. I don't know if it'll be electric. I haven't gotten that far yet. Pedals, obviously gonna have to get a third pedal in here for the transmission choice. Gonna paint a lot of this stuff in here black, so everything that's plastic I'm gonna sand and paint them. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the door panels yet. The headliner I'll probably recover in some kind of black suede or something. The dash is going to be another thing that we're going to do. I hate the blue. Again, for what I'm going with, it's not in bad shape, but there is 2 cracks there and there. So my plan is I'm gonna try to flock it. Flocking is that little, like, ultra fine, ultra micro suede. But I kind of wanted to do it on my older Civics when I had them back in the day. I never got around to doing it. This is a perfect candidate to try it on, since I want to do the black conversion on the inside anyways. So I hope it's gonna come out good. So yeah, that's about it with the dash. About the update for this week. Like I said, I'm going to order the pan, get the oil pan, and then maybe I can bolt up these mounts and get it in there again. Like I said, I would like to try to bring it up a little bit forward, but it depends. I mean, the space is not too terrible, more of on the driver's side, but I mean, we'll see. Got to make do with what we got, but it's real tight right there. So I would like to just bring it up a hair. Not worried about weight to power transfer or whatever shit that is. I'm not. This is just going to be a nice driver. So thanks for watching. Another update next week. I know the last one took a little bit to upload something. Life got busy. Try to get in here as much as possible. Try to film as much as possible content for you guys. But I really appreciate if you guys subscribe, hit the thumbs up. It'll go a long way. Make me feel like, you know, somebody would want to watch this. I enjoy doing stuff like this though, so hopefully we get into less time lapse. I'm trying to pick up another camera so I can run through what we do. Right now it's tough, but it'd be nice to get another camera to pick up while running one on time lapse, just in case shit goes wrong. But just to show you more in depth on how we do stuff. But maybe when I do the firewall, I could start showing some little things. I'm not a great, fabricator or whatever, but I know my way around some cutting tools, grinder, welder, stuff like that. So this will clean up good again. I'd love to do some bead rolling on it. Really haven't played with that too much. I got it, never really used it, but perfect candidate to try that out on. I'm trying to do as much as possible on this, but I don't want to get too crazy with this truck because I do want to get this running, not like soon, but I would love to get this running fairly soon. Got to start working on collecting suspension stuff too on this. That'll be another thing. Once I make more room, I do want to pull the cab and the bed off, put it to the side, clean up the frame, get it all painted, and start the back. Not sure what I'm doing suspension-wise yet. I have an idea, not fully set on it, but I'm not. I'm going to try to keep the bed original, so a little mini C-notch in the back, just so I get a little, I get it down a little bit lower, and I'm not sure what the rest of it's going to be. I got to find control arms, go over the whole suspension. I'm sure everything's got to be changed out, all the steering links, all that, the bushings, the ball joints, all that shit's got to get changed out. Brakes, pads, all that stuff. So I got to go through all that, and stuff like that. You could probably follow along with that. But again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see anything else. What else, other suggestions, just leave it in the comments. I'll always read that stuff. So thanks again. Peace.